I was going to head over to a place called Carbis Bay today to do this video, but it was raining and I'm lazy. Um, but I wanted to I wanted to film a particular hotel because it became quite famous. It was the host of the G7 summit. So in anticipation of that, they built some very nice new lodges and committee rooms and things. But of course, this being Cornwall, they didn't actually bother with any of the planning permission. Um, However, what with like all the world leaders being there, this actually got on telly and in the news, and the council spotted it. So they've made them demolish it, which they haven't done yet. They seem to be trying to exhaust every appeal, which is their right, of course. But this is on the back of Dan's video about the Captain Tom thing. There is, however, a way around this, possibly, and it's what we call the 4-year rule. So that says that if you complete any major building work or mining works or any sort of substantial development, the local authority only has 4 years from the date of completion to object to that. And if they don't object within the 4-year period, then it's too late. And that's also the same for converting any building into a single dwelling house. The 4-year rule only applies to things like that. There's a thing called the 10-year rule that applies to some other planning conditions. But yeah, if it's substantially just like you're wanting to build something, if you can get, if nobody notices it for 4 years, then it's too late. And once you've done that, you can apply for a certificate of lawfulness for the build, and the council can't object to it. However, some people got wise to that and thought, this is a great idea. So like this chap, for instance, this is in Ireland, but it's the same rule. And he built this lovely mock Tudor castle, and he hid it under a load of hay bales for 4 years, so that they wouldn't spot it. So it's like, because he was a farmer, and it's just like, oh, he's got a load of hay in his field. So the rule now has slightly changed in that the 4 years runs from the date of completion, unless there's been any deliberate attempt at concealment, and then it applies from the date that the building comes to the council's attention. But anyway, as always, hope you found that vaguely interesting. If you did, please consider clicking the like button, sharing, yeah, that's one of them. What's the other one? Subscribing, yes, please do. I mean, I always say I'm not that bothered, which I'm not, but it probably would help the algorithm a little bit.